Imagine if the government just said, listen, more people have to fuck because we need more people. We have to compete with China.
Yeah.
And so Viagra is mandatory. So everyone just has wood. Everywhere you go, at every bar, everywhere you go, dudes just have raging hard-ons that are mandated by the government.
Mandated by the government, paid for by the government, and your chick's like, why are you always hard? And you're like, talk to Biden. You think I want this?
It's Kamala Harris's. it's her. She has an issue. Yeah. She wants us to do this.
No, this is
her issue she's pushing.
That's the socialized boners. It's not socialized medicine for anything but boners.
Well, there are people that do believe that more people are supposed to be having children because they do. There's people like Elon, who's far smarter than me, who thinks that we have there's an issue with a possible population collapse. Like not enough people are having kids. And even though there's a lot of people alive right now, the numbers of people having kids are dropping off. And that if that keeps going, there's like a trend that happens if it doesn't like correct itself, it could be a real issue.
There's a lot of people that kind of take the opinion on that too, where you go, not only is it a problem, it's already like too far to fix. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, there's not even really a way out of this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ryan. You're scaring the shit out of me.
Well, I think the way out is probably, technology and stuff like that, right? But
yeah, probably.
If you look at the birth rates, they're I guess, certain countries you can take more immigrants and stuff like that, but yeah, there is not...
Well, we're taking a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. The immigrant thing is fascinating because, my grandparents were immigrants. So, like, watching immigrants come into this country from south of the border.
Am personally an immigrant.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Where were you born?
Toronto, Canada.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't count.
I mean...
You guys are our cousins. You're in the family.
You know what? When I tried to move here, I said to that, I would go, come on, really?
Yeah.
Is it? But it is. You got to get the green card. You got to do the whole thing. There's a certain amount a year. They have rules about it.
Yeah, but if you just come in through the border, you're good. Just walk in. Just fly to Mexico and walk in.
I just point to my face. I go, I'm white. Can we?
They just let you in. I'm telling you. They don't even care if you're vaccinated.
I go, cut the shit, bro.
You can't fly into the United States still unless you're vaccinated.
From Canada?
From other countries.
Oh, from other countries,
I think. Isn't that true? I think that's still true. But you can just kind of walk in. Like, there's a lot of people just kind of walking in. Like, there's too many people coming across.
From certain countries, you have to get visas for. Like, you can't just... Because I remember, my friend who lived in Canada, people were going to, Mexico or somewhere, or the U.S., and he was like, yeah, I can't go there. And we're like, what? We're just going on, like, vacation. We're going to go party in, like, Nashville or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you can do that. Like, I can't do that. He's from India. He can't just go to America.
Yeah, you have to be vaccinated, and you have to have some sort of paperwork, right?
Yeah, you got to get a visa.
You have to get a visa to visit?
A visiting visa, essentially, yeah.
Isn't that wild?
No, it is kind of wild.
We don't even think about that. We don't, we have it so goddamn good here. We really do.
Yeah.
As nutty as people are, and the crazy gender war talk that's going on right now, with it seems like there's like such a fascination with gender now, like to the point where it's like what is like Douglas Murray talked about this on the podcast. He was saying that this happens in every civilization before it collapses. People become obsessed with gender for some reason.
And then it's also, as a comedian, especially like the trans issue or whatever, right? It's like, how do you not address that when it becomes the number one? This is the number one. Everyone's talking about it nonstop. Yeah. And then they're kind of like, oh, look at all these guys talking about this. And you're like, how do you not? It's like an elephant in the room at that point.
Yeah, it's an ideology that's being enforced, that you're not allowed to talk about something that may or may not be crazy. And I'm not talking about all trans people. I'm just talking about the possibility of crazy people being in any group is 100%. The possibility of crazy people that are captains of yachts.
Of course.
Crazy dentists. Crazy everything.
Sure.
But so you have to leave room for crazy when it comes to trans people too. And right now they don't. They're not leaving room for crazy. This is why you have this guy up in Canada with the giant rubber tits.
I love him.
With the shoulder straps.
The goat.
It's amazing.
Do you see? I don't know if you saw the picture. He looks like Tim Dillon when he has the tits up.
I think he's running a con.
Yeah.
He may be running a con. I mean, this is just my opinion. But it seems like he dresses up like a man during the day, which of course it's a con. I mean, the whole thing is so funny.
Wearing those titties all day long would be nuts.
Bro, it's nuts that you can do that. It's nuts that you could do that.
He's a shop teacher as well.
This is where I'm saying, like, you have to leave room for crazy in everything.
Yeah.
You got to leave room for crazy. And if you don't leave room for crazy, then we're in a cult. Now we're in a cult.
Do you know how, like, in Russia, they'll have, Putin will play, like, hockey games and everyone lets him win?
They let him do judo, too.
Yeah, they let him do it's kind of Steven Seagal style. Well, he's 900 pounds and he just, these demonstrations.
No, he's actually legit with judo.
I know he's
really legit.
Aikido, right?
No. Judo.
Is he judo?
Yeah. No, he's a black belt. He's an actual black belt. Putin is a legitimate black belt. Like, when you watch him throw people around, watch video of it. Pull up Putin does judo.
But hockey,
100% he's legit.
So he's legit that?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that part.
He used to be a KGB guy.
But the hockey, he plays against, like, high level professional hockey players.
They let him do hockey.
Let him win. He gets 11 points against, But I feel like sometimes the trans stuff's that where everyone just kind of
right. It is. It is the same thing because everyone's scared. But when you watch him do judo, like 100%, that's real skill. Like 100%. Like, he definitely knows his shit. Like, if I saw that guy teaching at a judo academy somewhere, he's a black belt, and he was an instructor, I would say yes, legitimate.
Nice.
Yeah, Putin really knows judo.
What about Seagal? What do you think of Seagal?
He is really good at Aikido.
He was the GOAT, right?
Well, no, but he was very talented. Like, if you just watch his fluidity and his technique in Aikido, if you go back to the early days when he was running a dojo in Japan, and I think he was legitimately the first American to run an Aikido dojo in Japan. No bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think he was married to the daughter of one of the main senseis or somebody. So he was like deep in the culture. And he was really good at Aikido. But Aikido is a martial art that was developed to disarm people with swords. So when someone's coming at you with a sword, you don't have a sword, you're disarming them. The idea is to try to use their momentum against them. It's kind of a reactive martial art, and it's like it's using your momentum and then using leverage and using technique. But it's not like offensive. And what he did in the movies is he made it offensive. Like, if you go to Above the Law is a fucking great movie.
Well, he turned it into a tool to get tons of pussy.
This is him when he's older. Okay, this is Do-Rag Seagal.
Do-Rag Seagal is the best
Do-Rag Seagal is not the best Seagal. You want to go to black and white film Seagal.